I've been seeing something on social media. There's this bad trend going on, this bad way of thinking. It's constantly trending throughout Sixers fans on social media. They're making YouTube vids about it on YouTube. They're tweeting about it on Twitter. They're pushing out this idea of LeBron James coming to the Sixers. You got these random people with these random websites that are run through WordPress or whatever, just putting their things out there saying that they think LeBron James is coming to the Sixers. Or they would like the idea of him coming to the Sixers. They think it could happen. They would like to see it happen. Here's how the Sixers could get him. Here's the moves they could pull off. Here's how much money they could throw on the table and blah, 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 and all this and that. So you got a lot of people out there, Philly media and Sixers fans, partially trying to, for clicks and for views and to try to generate revenue by talking about it. And some because they think it would be cool on paper. They just absentmindedly think, this would be awesome if LeBron James came to the Sixers. So you got that. So it's being pushed out there by Sixers fans is the point I'm getting at. But the reality is, number one, it's not going to happen. All right. And this has been something, too, that we think about. It's been going on actually for 6 years, even back to 2018, because as you're approaching All-Star time in that 2017-18 season, February, March of 2018, you had random sources putting out false rumors about LeBron, looking around at private schools in Philly for his kids. Remember, he was going into free agency. It was all but official. He was joining the Lakers at that point. But you had people trying to push the idea that LeBron was thinking about Philly as an option and considering it. And that turned out to be completely false. And sure enough, when it came time to 2018 free agency, sure enough, the obvious, LeBron went to the Lakers. And I think, though, a week before, he had something in Philly. Maybe it was an interview. Maybe it was a commercial or a sponsor thing or whatever. It was something in Philly. But then people heard that he was in Philly, and all of a sudden they started to give themselves false hope that he was coming to the Sixers. But the point of that is that this has been going on for years. 2018 fans gave themselves false hope. He ultimately went to the Lakers. We saw the writing on the wall realistically. He wasn't coming to Philly then, and he didn't come. And now here we are again, 2024. It's being pushed out there throughout Twitter, YouTube, etc. People trying to convince themselves that, LeBron James could come to Philly. He could be great. Or they're thinking that, he'd be a great third man with Embiid and Maxey. And like I said, it's not going to happen. Let's break down into why. LeBron has already said, number one, he's going to go wherever his son goes. Wherever Bronny ends up, he's going to go. Now, it looks like it's most likely that the Lakers are going to take Bronny just to keep LeBron. But, that's what it looks like most likely. Now, could somebody else try to pull the trigger on it to try to sell tickets to their home games? Just for a few years? Maybe. But I think most likely it's going to be the Lakers. I just have a feeling it's going to be. But I don't see the Sixers taking it. And Daryl Morey's not going to take LeBron James. He's not. Because he knows that LeBron comes in, LeBron's going to run the show. Because even Daryl Morey, with some of the decisions he makes, which a lot of them are bad, some of them are bad. He knows how to put together a good regular season team, but he doesn't know the fundamentals of putting together a good championship roster. He just knows how to get one or two good players on the same team. That's Daryl Morey as a basketball executive for you right there, in a nutshell. But that's beside the point. The point is, even Daryl Morey, say what you want to say about him, he knows that LeBron James, if he comes in, that he's going to run the shop. And he doesn't want that. He does not want LeBron calling all the shots. Because he knows, number one, let me put it to you this way. If he were to come to Philly, here's what would happen. He would want either Maxey or Embiid out. Most likely Embiid want Embiid out so he could be the number one guy. He would try to use his power to make something happen because he would not want to be the third man in between Embiid and Maxey. So in his mind, one of them would have to go. So he would get one of our two most beloved players on the Sixers currently traded. So that's the main strike right there. Secondly, Daryl Morey's not going to let it happen because say what you want to say about some of his decision-making, but even he knows that if LeBron comes, he's running it. He does not want Bronny on the team so LeBron can follow and control everything. But based off that right there, he's not coming to Philly. We know that. He's going to go wherever Bronny goes, and the Sixers are not going to be interested in Bronny. So don't even fool yourselves into thinking that's going to happen, because it's not. The bottom line is LeBron James will not come to Philly. And secondly, for those that think it sounds cool or tune the idea of him being the third man as a veteran in this stage of his career, LeBron's not going to accept that role being the third man. He's not. He's going to want to stay the number one guy where he has all the power wherever he goes. I think he wants the Lakers to draft Bronny. He'll try to talk them into it. But the point being is, though, he's not going to go to a Sixers team where he's going to play second or third fiddle to two other players. He's going to want to be the number one player so he can pretty much run the show like he's been doing with the Lakers these past couple of years. It's the bottom line. He's not going to accept anything less than that. LeBron James is at that stage in his basketball career, Sixers fans, where he wants to keep things the way he knows them. You know how when older people in life, they want to stick with what they know? They don't like change. That's where LeBron James is at when it comes to a basketball player standpoint. He's at that stage of his basketball playing career where he doesn't want to change things. He's used to leading everywhere he goes and being the number one guy his whole career. He's not going to want to change that. So he's not going to go to a team like the Sixers where he knows he won't be the number one guy. So the bottom line is Sixers fans need to cut out with this LeBron James talk. It's unrealistic. It sounds cool for a second on paper if you don't think about it. But when you think about it, number one, the chemistry wouldn't be there. And number two, as I illustrate, LeBron's not going to want to be anything other than a number one guy. And the Sixers are not a good place for him to go in order to continue to lead as a number one guy and be the general manager in disguise. Yeah, so let's end that talk right there. Let's just move on. Let's have some realistic discussions about it. Sixers fans, I don't mean to break your hearts, but let's be honest. The quicker you accept the fact LeBron James isn't coming, the better. The quicker you understand he's going to stay where he's comfortable, leading and calling all the shots as the top guy. So with that being said, that's all I got to say. If you guys want to comment, add anything to what I said, feel free to do so. Be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you haven't for more Sixers, Eagles, NBA, NFL related content. And I'll catch you next time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.